Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity with me, Bring It On.
Right.
Let's fight more undead down here in the Endless Paths.
I'm ready. I wish you no harm.
Alright, just keep hacking away at the largest threat here.
I'm ready. My mind feels.
That's it!
Alright, that went far better.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
Those vampires are no pushovers.
Nice and slow.
I mean, really, neither are the Dargouls. Very tanky enemy, especially where you first encounter them in Defiance Bay.
I'll see what I can find.
No, I do not.
Yes?
I might have a scroll that boosts my mechanics. Alright, I guess we're just gonna take it to the face. Let's make somebody tankier do it. Oh, it missed anyway. Good friend. Unique crossbow. Plus 4 accuracy when attacking same target as an ally. Plus 25% damage when attacking the same target as an ally. Grants holy power 3 per rest. 3 might plus 7 resolve for 30 seconds. It's an aura. This crossbow was the prized possession of a pair of thieves that tormented the nobility of New Hiomar for nearly 5 years. Stolen from the cart of a wealthy merchant, the gilded crossbow quickly began to feature their crimes. One thief would approach the target in question, while the other wielded good friend from afar. The two were credited with many daring escapes, including one occasion in which one thief, destined to hang, was freed at the last moment by a last-minute bolt through the rope. No threat of pain or capture could faze them, it was said. Either was caught alone, for they knew that sooner or later, the good friend would be along to free them.
Yeah.
I don't remember which weapon focus type uses crossbows, but I'll gladly equip that. In fact, I might give it to Grieving Mother. I do like the stun effect. And the heal. I've seen the stun effect proc a few times.
Huh?
But the bonus to damage from the crossbow will help her generate focus faster. This is based on damage and not on hit.
Let's go!
Which in order to do damage you have to hit, so you can make an argument for that.
Go!
Alright, there's the vampire. He's got a bow. I'm actually going to hang a dare back here so I can try to get around to him once their front line engages mine. That way I can crowd control him.
Hey.
Alright, that was a smooth fight. These ornate stone coffins are lined with Adra. Peculiar runes encircle the jeweled sphere at the center of the lid.
Slowly now.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves. And what does the flame reveal?
It's gonna be a hard effect to pull off, I think. Considering how tanky Adair is. Might have to swap out some of his equipment. Alright, the botanical garden is complete. What's next? A bright hollow hearth. Home is only as comfortable as its hearth. Restoring yours may return a semblance of order to the keep. It's not very expensive.
And what does the flame reveal?
Hey.
Whoops. Should have delayed that a second longer. Okay, sling some more spells back here.
That's it. What?
That was awesome. It lined up perfectly. I mean, it would have been better if it went off earlier, but I'll take what I can get.
That's unusual.
Keeping an eye out.
The work of a moment.
Nice and slow.
I wonder what this is.
Alright, he has a melee weapon, so he should be coming to us.
Hey.
Gonna use her to one-shot the wizard.
My thoughts must be.
Yes.
Your
Nope, run away! Okay. Shoot. Adair, get back here.
Aye?
my mom.
Right.
Alright, kept Groovy Mother safe a little longer. More fight like that, though, we'll have to rest. The runes and engravings upon this familiar machine are naturally well preserved. The machine itself remains inert and lifeless.
Laying low. And what does
I'll have it in no time. The work of a moment.
Keeping an eye out.
My
Let's go! Let's go!
Alright, that's the first mob that didn't have a vampire in it.
repels my touch.
Hear bones rattling. Alright, so once again a melee fighter.
I'm ready.
I bring your end. Let's go. That's it. That's it!
Oh, excuse you. Really a fight I was prepared for, but we should be okay. Now what do I have here?
Look!
Alright, hang in there, Durance.
Hey.
My mind feels.
Attack!
guess that works out. And all done.
Right.
Alright, let's go ahead and finish exploring back this way. We'll loop back around towards the entrance.
Slowly now.
We'll go see where those beetles came from.
You should see this.
Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Laying low.
Thick copper veins run beneath the Adra surface, providing a skeletal framework that protrudes like bone from rotting flesh.
Nice and quiet.
Alright, I do want to finish exploring this way before I go speak to the Dargles.
I'm ready.
That's not very helpful. Hey.
Alright, another shortcut back up to the top. See what's over here on this hand. It might be a good opportunity to rest, considering Grieving Mother's condition. Aloth and Durance aren't doing too hot either. We do have this narrow bridge to keep our backline safe. In fact, it might be worth
Your thoughts must flow deeply indeed.
keeping them back just in case. I don't like that.
How may I help?
Hey. Yeah.
Alright, he doesn't have a name, he is just a vampire. At the center of this massive Aedra structure, beneath the long shadow of the Titan's curled fingers, sits what appears to be a man. Like the slavering, animalistic creatures you have encountered on this floor, this man is regally composed, lounging upon a crooked stone throne. Yet his gaze has a piercing, feverish quality. He watches you intently as you approach. What are you then? One of theirs? Strange that you survived the planning stages. He speaks in fluent Ingwithan, you note, though his voice is taut with strain. It must have been hard for them, those beggars, those cowards. But you won't go any farther. No. You go right on back to them, your masters. Let them feast on you instead. I don't know what you're talking about. The man looks startled. He gives a short laugh. You understand? Look here, even the foreigners speak our tongue now. Truly, we're an immortal people. He laughs again. But that only makes it all the more clear, you see. You must be with them. How have they kept you so whole? You are remarkably well preserved. His eyes narrow. Attempt to pass, and you go screaming back into the void puppet. If you're talking about the creatures in those old rooms, I've already dealt with them. Ha! Good. Very good. He touches a hand to his mouth, brows knitting, and then laughs. Yes, it's all mine now. No more of their screaming. No need for any more pointless demonstrations of power. Go on then. Go barreling down into the deep, if you like. The beetles don't make a quick end of you. Beetles. Ferocious little devils. They're what caused this whole mess. You can kill one easily enough, but there's a great swarm of them, streaming through the Aedra. My Aedra. There's only the arm now. In any case, they'll tear you apart just as easily as they do the crystals. He pauses. More easily. I had some questions first. Yes. I said you could have some answers. What is it? He never said I could have answers, but I'll take it. Who are you? Did you want a name? I forgot those ages ago. Who's going to call me anything down here? There's me, and now there's just you. That's all that matters. I was entrusted with the tests we performed here. The foremost, he taps his temple, Mind of the Age. None could rival me for arcane power, save Ad-Nuwa himself. He pauses, and perhaps some of his advisors. What was this place? Oh, many things. Our home once, and before that, a place of great deeds. He chuckles. Those foul chambers in there were once the site of incredible discoveries. We're given the bulk of this floor. There was construction, at all hours, of course. He gestures toward the Aedra arm. For all of our work was, of course, for Ad-Nuwa's purposes. He laughs. Think on it. A dozen sculptors carefully crafting a fingernail. Souls flung from their shells on the floors above and below. And all the while, Aedros fusses over a cuticle. Now, what kind of experiments were you doing? Why, we're preoccupied with matters of the soul. All of us were. Because Ad-Nuwa was. But here we toiled to find the dividing line between life and death, and crack it wide open. We're attempting to find a means of binding souls to their mortal vessels, preventing them from crossing the shroud. I say attempting. We found it, of course. A dozen minds set to purpose. How could we not? The things we learned. What a glorious time. We could determine the precise manner in which a soul would crack and shatter. We could carefully place a fragment from one into another. He smiles at the memory. While our fellows wasted their efforts on phenomena like blights, we delved right into the heart of the matter. There are certain gaps in our knowledge, of course. I was perhaps enthusiastic in my pursuits. I thought that if anyone should attempt a more personal approach to the tests, it should be me. And no amount of certainty will make the imbibing of poison a pleasant experience. Death is the ultimate test, you see. If the soul has flown, then you know you failed. He chuckles. Your work sounds similar to animancy. Like what? The man shrugs. Perhaps others follow in our steps. I have not had the opportunity to keep up with this state of magical study. He smiles thinly. How have you stayed alive all this time? The big question. Binding a soul to its body was not, it turned out, very difficult. We were certain we'd found a kind of immortality. The body could be destroyed beyond repair. Anything less is quite survivable. I was eager to attempt it. My leg at the time pained me terribly. Old war wound. And I had heard one subject describe a sense of distance from the pain inflicted upon them. They felt it, but it didn't matter to them. Which would be a vast improvement. I remember the first moment, the relief, he sighs. We found that after some time, the body remembered that it was, after all, dead. There's really no describing what it feels like, to see your own fingers rotting away. He makes a face. The smell. We tried to revive the affected subjects with energy culled from their fellows, and it worked well enough. I was able to refine the spell work, keep myself and the others who had joined me as hale as ever. I know I wasn't terribly pleased with the distraction, but that turned out not to matter. The mob came and murdered him. We were sealed in here with the rest of his tools. But we still had the Adria, you see, and enough souls housed in there to feed us for, well, as long as we wished. And so, he grins. We had a time of it, we did. We were able to preserve the furniture over the years. We had little meetings in the Grand Chamber. What a nice little family we were. His grin fades. Until it had to end. What happened here? Here? You mean with them? The Adria? All of it? That's a long tale. My patience has diminished with time. I'll tell you what happened recently. It was the Adria beetles. You wouldn't think it was something so small, so mundane, but they came swarming up from the lower reaches and started to feed upon the live Adria. I thought Adria beetles only feed on dead Adria. Just so. They never troubled us before. Still, it happened. We tried to fight them off, of course, but it was impossible. Kill one, and two more behind it. Something must have driven them up here. I don't know what. They all but amputated our Adria limb. Not enough to support all of us. Not us and the rooms, the tapestries, everything. But enough for me. None of the others knew the spell was required. The only part in it was simply to lie in their Adria coffins and be revived. By me. So it was an obvious choice, wasn't it? No more of that. No more of anything. I swear I'd burn them all to kindling if they came near. Fortunately, he made that unnecessary. I'm looking for the master below. Do you know who that is? None of us took such grand titles. The only master of this would be Adnua, our king. Our poor grief-maddened king. He laughs. Would he call himself such, I wonder? Adnua is dead. The mob would not have retreated without having killed him. He thinks a moment. But then, if we could preserve ourselves despite our deaths, then so, perhaps, could he. I am sure I considered the possibility once, when it had all come crashing down. If any man would prolong himself, it would be him. I wonder, was it he who drove the Adria beetles up here from below? His face twists with anger. Who stole our Adria source? Does he mourn his son yet, the mewling fool, that he should resent our feeding upon his statue? A possibility. He regards you with sudden calm. After all this time, it wouldn't surprise me. Can you tell me about Adnua? A great lord, a wise man in his day, till his son was lost. An accident. Some small, unfortunate turn of fate. You've come but a little way past the sealed chambers. You must know by now that Adnua did not take it well. He chuckles. This monument to his grief has outlasted him. But his madness provided opportunity, a promise of immortality for all of us. It was found at the behest of a grieving father. What did it matter? He had a flock of devoted servants. We had to find the soul in question, bring it back from wherever it had gone to house it somewhere suitable, indicates the statue. And such discoveries have costs, something the rabble didn't understand. Let me go with option 9 here. Though, maybe I should bring Kana down here to speak to him. Because don't I still have his quest active? I forgot to bring him down here. I have no more questions. Very well. Good to stretch the vocal cords, I have to say. I'll be going then. Give my regards to the dead when you see them. The man chuckles darkly. Can I speak to him again? I don't get to thinking you can linger in here. The man's eyes narrow. If you've lost your nerve, turn around and head up the steps. You'll find nothing but death past this place. The mob saw to that. Alright, so we can still speak to him. A thick rust-red veins of dead Aedra worm their way through the statue's wrist and into the darkness beyond. So I'm going to kill him because I'm supposed to be securing this area from people like him. This is my fortress and they're just chilling in the basement. Did I find a way down? There's a door back. Alright, so there's a way to loop around. I think what I'm going to do instead... Alright, Kana's out on a quest, isn't he? Yeah, so Kana might ask that Fampyr about Gabranos or the tablet. Yeah, he should be down here with us, so I can go back up top and rest up. And swap out Grieving Mother for Kana. How much longer is left on that quest? Doesn't say.
Gelade, well done. A formidable fortress in the old style. We don't build them like this anymore, you know. Not by the sea. Too vulnerable to cannons.
So I was hoping he'd finish by this point. I really don't want to go past this point without killing the Fampyr. And since the Fampyr isn't associated with the Gabranos or the tablet, I guess there's no reason not to kill him. We don't need Kana along for that. Let's head back down to level 8. Oh, losing track of the time. Alright, I'm gonna go park the party in front of the Fampyr, and we'll pick a fight with him next time.
Yeah.
Then whenever Kana gets back, we'll go ahead and grab him. We'll probably bring him to each floor, because he might have something to say on each floor. So we'll just use the Master Staircase for that. See if we can proc more dialogue. I completely forgot that his quest was down here. Yeah, we won't be able to do that until we get him back. Either way, for now, I'm going to call it here. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one.